I've heard that life is what you make it. I say, make room to grow. I'm your host, LaWanda Dockery, and this is the Make Room to Grow podcast. It all started with a dream about growing food, and who would ever imagine that growing food would lead to me learning about personal growth and development? Well, it did, and I want to bring you along for this beautiful ride. Thank you so much for joining me. Hello, Grow Nation. I am back for another quick episode, and today I want to talk about compost. This will be exceptionally quick because I believe that this is the one area that you really need to customize and suit to your needs. But let's go with a working definition of compost. Compost means decayed organic matter used as plant fertilizer. One of my pastors said it best. She said, you can only get compost and your ground becomes fertile when something dies. I paraphrased her, but you get my point. The non-negotiable part of it is that you have to have decayed organic matter in order to get compost. But the part that's negotiable is the what you use. You can either get black cow manure, that's from a cow's dung. You can use lobster compost. You can use mushroom compost. You can take your old plants that maybe didn't make it from last year or were left in the ground, use those roots, put them in a pile, and you can also compost that as well. Anything that breaks down that has any nutrient is what you'll want to use for compost. Also, bear in mind that much of the soil or mixes that you get from the store has some form of compost in them, whether it's chicken manure. That's also another one that people use that actually have chicken coops. They repurpose that manure. They let it sort of compost down and it loses the smell somewhat, but that acts as manure. My key point here is to do your research, but to know that this will be one element of what you do in the garden, whether you're repurposing old plants for nutritional value later on. And it does take time for these things to decay. That's also another part of it. No matter which way you decide to go, animal, not animal, plant matter, whatever it is, I want you to research this. You also have to think about things like if you're using black cow manure, what was that cow fed? Because that's going to be the quality of the manure that you get. And I hate to sound gross, but it's pivotal when you're growing your plants. You want to know what's in everything that you're using. Until next time, I want you to be intentional about those areas in your life where you are going to make room to grow.